Okay, we're back, I think.
Yeah, hopefully this works this time.
Yes. Let me boost the gamma a little bit. Or actually, does this work? Yes, it does. I don't know if this is too bright or not for people, but yeah, I want to be able to see here because it's using like the old Doom style dark sector lighting. So yeah, this is the little mausoleum courtyard entry area in Arcadia. Yeah, the Doom player. This is the normal Doom player's run speed. This is his walk speed, which is a little more sane, but it's still just like proportionally to the space. It's just insane. Yeah. So yes, and that's Doom, and that's why I love Doom, and it's very different from BioShock, but it's still a very beautiful twitched kind of thing. So the torch Easter egg thing here. I was like, yeah, what am I going to do about this? Because yeah, you don't have fire, you don't have a chemical thrower. So instead, I just put like a little hidden switch behind here, and if you shoot it, it opens it. And so you shoot the torches, and then you go to a mausoleum, and there's a dead guy, and a cool gun, and the skull birthday cake because Doom.
That's what goes there.
Because Doom has things like that in it. Yeah, I was using the big dead tree kind of thing here, even though this is supposed to be the forest while it's still alive. And there's a waterfall type thing. All right, so now we're going to go into the Houdini intro, which, if you'll remember, is all about a guy teleporting around and messing with you. So let's see what that is. Oh, it's a teleport. What happened? There's little potions. And then you go here, and then you're like, oh, look, it's a little mask. And you go up, and you turn around.
Someone points out there's no face at the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah, I'm using so I'm running this in a modern port of Doom called Gzdoom that has like a nice widescreen support and yada yada. So I'm using the alternate thing. Yeah, I can go into this mode for retro. Yeah, well, might as well. But yeah, Gzdoom, like this is when I play Doom and like modern user made levels and stuff. This is the HUD that I use because it's got like it's just a more modern, better information density HUD. But I'll use the retro thing because it's awesome.
Actually, that's actually not good because it's cropped off.
Oh, it's cut off.
Oh, just
okay.
full screen.
All right, yeah.
Also.
Oh yes.
Well, people are tired of looking at faces.
Yeah.
They hate human faces.
Okay.
Oh, it's doing cross dissolve.
Oh, okay, yeah, and now I can do the full screen. Yeah, all right. So this is the Doom HUD that you recognize and stuff. And yeah, so this Revenant has been teleporting around, and I'm doing this with monster teleport triggers. And just him naturally aggroing on you and trying to move towards you causes him to do this stuff. Like Doom has pretty much no real scripting to speak of, so I was doing this all with like monster, just like teleport triggers and like lines that you cross that cause doors to open and stuff. So it's weird and super strange. But as soon as I got this working, I was like, I should actually demake all of Arcadia with this because this is awesome. Yeah, and this guy appears to be teleporting all around you because he's hitting these triggers, and he's actually really difficult to fight, and I'm probably gonna get my ass handed to me here.
That's awesome. That's really bad.
Yeah. And yeah, fighting a Revenant all by yourself with a shotgun is brutal because his missiles do track you. All right, so yeah, I survived. I'll take some of Langford's potions or whatever. And I just had to like use
Langford's potions.
Yeah, like because those health potions are like again just looking for whatever analogs I could. And just using something that looked vaguely appropriate. This is the guys attacking you with the thing, the melee splicer in place of the demon in place of the melee splicer. So yeah. Yeah, and because Doom doesn't have floors upon floors, this had to be implemented in like a weird way. This thing opens only after the Houdini intro is complete, and this is not actually the route that you take to get across this thing in the real thing, but again, just trying to cleverly skirt around the no floors upon floors limitation of the Doom engine.
Right.
That guy is in place of the machine gun turret, some ranged splicers, I'm running low on ammo. Alright, cool. This secret is accurately represented. I can go and get those guys' stuff. Like the fern plants, I'm using like the dead stalk type things. There is at least like this green vine type wall and stuff. And then like the Arcadia brick. So I just went through the texture libraries of Doom, just seeing what the closest analogs to things were. Yeah. There's another teleporter ambush type thing, I think. Yeah, and I do vary, like, the style of the texturing and stuff changes over time, to kind of keep pace with the different theming of the original level. So yeah, at this point we're going out of the tea garden, and I forget why I did this actually. This might have been something that I added to make deathmatch support nice, but yeah, this is like a route that allows you to backtrack to the area where you fought the Houdini. So yeah, that's another guy teleporting out. I didn't stick with a consistent, like, the guys who teleport are always analogous to Houdinis in this case. I just, had monster teleport triggers and guys that would be appropriate and fun to fight in that situation. This is another floors upon floors, like it's an elevator, because you can't, and there's a lot more nooks and crannies here that I didn't get into in BioShock because it takes a lot longer to just move and physically get to all of these places. This is that little secret type thing that I climbed up in. There's a crawl space that takes you to a thing.
Nice.
And then, yeah, and now you've got the chainsaw, and it's like in this. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this, doing like, because getting these ocean windows right was a real challenge because, like, it's just difficult to build that kind of geometry. But like having the bars come across and then like doing sectors so that, this stuff falls into shadow and stuff. It's all just stuff that modern Doom mappers do. Yeah, that's the plant-based blockage that goes away when the forest dies. So, yeah, oh god. Alright, yeah, I made the mistake of coming down here. This guy's bad news. So, yeah. I'm actually pretty good at Doom, compared to BioShock. Yeah, like, because, yeah, you're so maneuverable and fast in Doom, and that's basically what keeps me coming back to it, is that there's no other FPS game where movement is actually your defense. Like, you're not intended to just be a damage sponge. You're moving at, like, scale 52 miles per hour, and, you're mainly just meant to be dodging. And, in the later levels, you're running up against ridiculous numbers of enemies and doing crowd control and all kinds of things, all kinds of mechanics that just aren't really represented very much at all in modern FPS design. So I kind of see Doom as like an evolutionary dead end, even though people consider it to be the mother of FPS. And, yeah, so this guy is standing in for a Big Daddy. He's not happy with me. I'm going to see if I can avoid him. Because, yeah, Doom's monster infighting is brilliant. Like, it really is, like, a really central part of the tactics. So, yeah, I can't get into the tea garden yet, or the tree farm. This is that back route to Langford's. That specifically. Yeah, that's the back route that takes you to the front door of Langford's lab. Yeah, there's a few bits of connectivity in this level actually that were cut from BioShock that I reinstantiated for this Demake, just because they made sense from a level thing, especially because you'd be doubling back and stuff like that. Oh dear. So that's an Arachnotron guy. I guess he's taking the place of the RPG turret that I had in here in the rolling hills.
Different in this version.
Yeah, he's a little different. To be clear, there was not actually a spider robot that shoots plasma bolts at you in this point in BioShock. Would have been. We discussed it, but it just would have been a little tonally inappropriate, I think. So yeah, here's my sweet sector geometry work. Like doing all these natural cave type functions and stuff. It's all super primitive, of course, but I just try to get a consistent like fidelity level, and of course, like aligning the textures for all of this stuff does take a lot of work, like making it so that, you chop up walls and you still get the textures flowing across them nicely. Oh no! Oh, the forest has died off. I thought about doing, like, insanely complicated scripting to make every wall in the level sink so that it turned from living vines into dead vines, but I quickly saw that was madness, and the level would have taken twice as long to build. Yeah, it would have been amazing, but it just wouldn't have mattered as much. So yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, this door shuts. That's the door out of the level, so I need to go get the blue key card. Where can I get? Or it's the blue skull key, rather. Sorry. How do I do that? Well, let's go into Langford's lab. Oh, hey, it's Langford. It's Langford on a TV display that says Tatenga. Which is and that's the pneumo tube. But we can't get in because we need the red skull key. Well, in the old thing, we had to go get a red rose blossom, so maybe we can find red skulls.
In B's zone.
No, not bees yet.
Oh, what? I want bees.
Yeah, just wait. Bees will. Yeah.
I'm anxious for bees.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, I'm in no shape to deal with a Baron of Hell right now. I hate Mondays, etc. Okay, so all right, yeah, that dude is there, and now we're in the Waterfall Grottoes. We have because you can't really make.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the rose bush. It's a pile of red skull keys. And yeah, there's a bunch of dudes that teleport in, but oh look, you get the best video game weapon of any of all time, the super shotgun. Yeah, so yeah, some dudes come in after you grab one of these. Yeah.
And look how many red skulls you've got. You're laden with
yeah.
red skulls.
Yeah. Well, it's because there's a whole bunch of roses, and if I just had one red skull there...
the pile of red skulls makes that good.
Yeah.
The UI does not overflow with red skulls, though, which is disappointing.
Sadly, yeah. That is quite sad, yeah. So this is like, this is a fake closet in back in the tea garden. And I made it red key locked just because... Otherwise, like, I think this was like an electrobolt door, and I was like, I want to have secrets that reward, like, doubling back and stuff. So, I'm definitely interpreting liberally here, but, having some fun with it. There's also, there used to be, it wasn't a secret route, but this used to be an actual legitimate back route out of the Waterfall Grottoes here. And then, so
it's now recovered as passage in the current level? There was an area that said...
Yeah, that's this passage, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like, when you're on the way to... Like, you're heading towards Langford, and then this thing is caved in the BioShock version. Whereas here, it's like, oh yeah, this hallway is actually really nice, because you can come up and... Yeah. So, yeah. Alright, so we now have the red skull key, so we can get into Langford's labs. This probably looks the most faithfully like how it looks in the game, So I've got tech stuff, but also, like, hardwood... cool old science lab type stuff. You get to see out into the ocean, etc. And yeah, everything gets all labby in here, It's a combination of bookshelves and computers and stuff. You look outside here and there's exterior buildings. There's a tree growing in a tube here,
Good.
That's awesome. And I think I've got a few other of those trees growing in tubes. These are the doors that the guys weld through to get in and attack you during the ambush later. These are the incubators, with like Tech Pillar coming down. Gotta love Tech Pillar. So yeah, we're heading up to Langford's thing. Yeah, are we seeing any more trees and tubes? I swear they're there. And yeah, this was so I made this custom, this is a custom piece of Doom sky art that I made in Deluxe Paint 2. In DOSBox, based on the original BioShock art, based on the Arcadia Skybox art, which I happened to have at the time that I was making it. So yeah, it's crappy because it's like fit to the Doom palette, but it's like reasonably evocative. So yeah, all right. So what's going to happen? Langford is going to die and be gassed here. What's going to happen in the Doom version? That happens. A twitching body on a spike lowers up out of the floor to reveal itself. That's what I got for, the thing. And in place of the chemical thrower, we have the plasma gun, which allows you to put down a whole bunch of ionic buck or whatever. And instead of, like the key to the market that you get is in fact the yellow key card, and this is the botanical illustration analog. It's like, Adrian Carmack's painting of like, I don't know, like a weird little skull dude or something. And you see that this is the Lazarus vector machine, and it's like, oh yeah, I need the blue key to activate this object. Yeah, it's a skull switch, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll totally open that. This is like, I really wanted, good Doom level design is always like, if you hit a door, if you hit a switch and it opens a door, show that door opening. So yeah, but we can't do this until we've played through the rest of the level. So while we've been doing this, some dudes have come in, and some guys are coming in to wreck us. It's maybe a little more of a heavy enemy presence than. It's maybe a little more of a heavy enemy presence than was there at this point in the original BioShock level, but whatevs. There's a lot of cases, like, this was weird as a Doom level because, like, it got dinged in some reviews and stuff because, like, there were a lot of cases where I erred in favor of creating something that was authentic to, like, these three demons right here. It's just because there's three melee splicers out here, and so fighting them is analogous to the experience of fighting it. Even though, like, in the pacing of this as a Doom level, it's maybe not the best choice. So it's this weird mishmash that, is not like, I wasn't setting out just to make a good Doom level. I was like trying to capture weird little symbolic representations of things that were actually happening in BioShock. This is a crawl space type thing that you can go into in the real level. Only this time I carved it out so you can actually look out into the rolling hills. And so now, after the die-off has happened, we can go into the tree farm. And there's guys. There's one of these guys. Oh yeah, my closest analog for the guy with the hacked security bot was a pain elemental who's just like spawning little annoying flying guys that come at you. So everything has a little analog, as lame and silly as it is. And these guys are annoying. I almost never use these in the Doom levels that I make because they're just annoying. They're little flying dudes. So yeah, and there's like a little thing that you can climb up on here. There is an equivalent kind of thing that you can climb up on. Yeah, this is a total secret-y type thing. Yeah. Yeah, lots of little teleporter gotchas and things like that. Yeah, so this is something that we didn't do in the BioShock playthrough, but just little cool things to climb up on. And it looks like there's people warping around down here. Oh god. I think I set off a bunch of the level. Okay, now we get the rocket launcher. Bring out the big guns. So yeah, Revenant fireballs will totally follow your ass around, rather distressingly. Yeah, so yeah, you gotta be a little fast on your feet to shake them. Yeah, okay. So yeah, now we're about to go into the bulkhead leading into the farmer's market, which is not a separate level load because, hey, we can fit all of this. That's a tree in tube growing out in the ocean sort of thing. We go here, and we see a Houdini, but we won't see him for a while yet. Ocean tunnels, of course, you're like passing through those tunnels.
Majestic.
Totally majestic.
No!
Yeah. I just wanted to use the scrolling face wall somewhere. This is in place of... Yeah, because why not? And I put it on like banked sector so it looks like it's warping and being all weird and face wall-y. This is like, I think what's here in the real level is a game about the football, is a poster about the football game being canceled. Due to fire, which was just like, yeah, just such a throwaway weird thing to kind of explain why pigskins are there. Yeah, so... Yeah, that guy was standing in for a time. I'm kind of running low on ammo here. So yeah, there's a bunch of like misc splicers here. This is another thing that so the farmer's market, this section of the farmer's market got optimized rather... Oh god, we got a Cacodemon. What's up, dude? What these guys are supposed to stand in for. I think it's just that I wanted to start throwing more difficult enemies at you now that you had some good weaponry. And hey, Cacodemons. They're like the most iconic Doom enemy, pretty much. Also, they're hilarious. Let's look at them.
You're saying something about farmer's market?
Yeah, like, so late in BioShock's development, we were going through and we had to, like, make the game run at a good frame rate and stuff. And so people went in and added a bunch of like walls and stuff to limit visibility, but I didn't like that. It was a bummer, so I reinstated a lot of that connectivity. So this is now a much more open area, which is also it befits Doom's like Doom. You're oftentimes in big crazy arenas like this. If it was like and you're fighting lots and lots of enemies of different sizes and stuff like that. So it fits a little better. To have that guy standing in for the big daddy that we fought around this area. I skipped over a whole bunch of market in the BioShock playthrough just because again it does take a long time, whereas here it's just you can just sort of zip around. This is so yeah, two things about this area in the original BioShock thing. I tried to script up a whale swimming by and casting a shadow out this window right here because we had that whale from the intro, and I was like, yeah, we got to use that whale again. Also, seeing a whale shadow like going over the an indoor room that you're just kind of chilling out in Rapture would be amazing, but we couldn't do it because of reasons and because it was late in development and stuff. And then yeah, so and this door down here, this is in the original this is in the BioShock version. And I give you the computer auto map type thing here. This is a code-locked door that you can just hack, but it also contains the only level backtrack thing. I wrote an audio log that appears in Hephaestus, like 2 levels and like 5 hours of gameplay later, that gives you the code to this frickin' door. I wrote that back when we were intending for the player to be backtracking a lot more in BioShock, but and we totally didn't go that direction, of course. Hold on, I'm chainsawing an enemy. Yeah, but I wrote that, they were like, yeah, put some backtrack incentives and stuff, and, like, write some logs so that thread the player back there so that you have a reason to, Oh, yeah, this was, like, Paul Helquist worked on this section of Market for a little while I was busy with Arcadia, and he put, like, these hanging bodies in a crawl space in Market, like, it was behind, like, the meat stand or something, so I guess maybe he was going on, like, this story idea that, like, the guy who ran this stall was, like, a psychotic butcher who secretly had dead people and stuff. And of course, Doom has hanging bodies and stuff, so I had to, I wanted to like recreate that. And I've got some of the little Commander Keen guy that is in the secret level in one of the secret levels in Doom 2. And of course, you can demolish the little poor Commander Keen guy.
It always made me feel so bad when I found it.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, because you're just.
I like Commander Keen.
Yeah, Commander Keen is. It's if you've read Masters of Doom, then you know that the reason that you can massacre Commander Keen in Doom 2 is because Adrian Carmack was like the blood and guts metal guy who did like this kind of stuff. He hated working on Commander Keen because it was like you're collecting soda pop and lollipops and stuff, and so he just wanted to.
Commander Keen.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He was totally metal, and so and then he made Doom and was happy. So he got his time, and Tom Hall left. There's another tree. So this is, you can't really do signage and stuff and rooms above rooms and stuff, but this is the Silverwing Apiary. So,
Time for bees.
Yep, it's time for bees, and you're about to see the closest thing that I could muster. There is actually a shotgun. There's an audio log about the proprietress of this apiary. 2 vocab words right there. Grabbing her shotgun if she sees somebody come back again. So I was like, okay, there needs to be a shotgun behind the counter. You go in, and so that's bees. But this is a damage region, and this is a bee spawner. So yes, these guys are going to be constantly spawning bees, quote unquote. You're getting damaged and stuff. And you get like kind of a spray and pray type weapon. There's enzymes that you're collecting, like these little vials and stuff. You don't actually have to do any of this. And in fact, I don't think any of this is really necessary, but there is the reason that you're here. Oh man, where did it go? Oh, you know what? I think we're playing on a higher difficulty, and I yanked it out. Anyway, the punchline to this whole section is the BFG is sitting right there. So I'm very sorry to disappoint you there, but that's what that. And also, like, it's about at the point in the game. It's about at the point in this level where it makes sense for the power curve and stuff.
But not today.
Not today. Yeah. I guess I'm playing on a different difficulty, and I pulled it. This is a Vita chamber, so it's a heart on a pedestal. It's all right. So now we're getting into the winery, the wine cellar. Oh, it's wine. It's blood. There's birthday cakes and stuff. Now we're running into more heavy enemy presence in more tight quarters and stuff. All right, this seems like a rocket launcher type job. Doom with like good modern user-made levels is still really good. Like, you just have so much maneuverability, and like the weapons are all just nice and like. Oh yeah, all right. Okay, so that's the.
Oh, good, Cheeseville Pac-Man.
Yep, that's Cheeseville Pac-Man in Doom form. That's Cheeseville Pac-Man in Doom. And here's a bunch of wine bottles behind the counter. So and so now we're going to go into the wine cellar. Actually, I'm going to hoover up all this stuff. So we're descending down into the more dark depths of the wine cellar. We see something happening involving a red substance. Oh, Houdini, where is he? We can see into it. What's going on?
That's really, really good.
Yeah. There's a guy who knocks over a bunch of barrels here in the real version. So, oh god. getting tore up. Yeah, and so there's a bunch of explosive barrels there that he usually shoots through to attack you. Oh yeah, right, and there's a secret here that is roughly analogous to a thing. This is the... yeah, alright, I'm gonna leave those guys for a bit. So now we go down to the lowest level. I'm doing some Doom lighting sector tricks here because, you know, like you don't place light sources in Doom, you just tag sectors as having different light values, so any lighting and shadowing you have to do by manually cutting up sectors and stuff. It's really fun. You can like do so much with so little effort and make just sweet dramatic lighting effects and stuff. Yeah, this is like a weird like shack type thing that is actually in the BioShock level. And there's like a booby trap, and you go in and like steal the people who are squatting in here. You steal their loot, and then they come in. Yeah, and here they are now. Yeah, you get some sweet loot. You kind of don't want to mess around with arachnotrons. That's so true. That's my advice for kids going into college today. Alright, so man, yeah, I don't know where the Baron came from, but yeah, he's rough. This is just, you know, there's just all manner of red stuff flowing around here. And I have some invisible guys, just because, like, invisible guys in the dark. Not totally invisible guys, but, you know, it's starting to get, whoa, oh no. Yeah, we're really getting close here to the key that we've been seeking after here. And you're just knee-deep in the wine. And dead, yeah.
Come on.
I can't do the obvious thing, you know? But yeah, and this
Leave that to us.
This thing's overflowing. You know, it's just all... Is it blood or is it wine? Who knows? Why would it be wine? I don't know. And yeah, there's a berserk power-up, so now you're Baracho and can jib guys by punching them, so that's positive. So yeah, and you grab this, and oh shit! It's an Archvile, who is pretty much the most fearsome Doom enemy, because he brings guys back to life, and he kills you with fire in the most distressing manner. And I'm avoiding him. I'm not actually getting owned by him because I fought these guys for most of my adult life, and that's
these guys for most of my life.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, like I've played Doom off and on ever since it came out, basically, and so I'm like, oh yeah, like all of this is just like this is my super black bass. You know, Doom is absolutely my super black bass, and because it has user-made levels, it's just this vast universe of like, you know. Of Bassin, yeah. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think there's still a Caco upstairs that is causing trouble in the neighborhood. So at this point, there was actually once upon a time in the BioShock version of Arcadia and Market, there was actually. You know, let me just put this guy down. Yeah. Cacodemons, if you shoot them with the chain gun, the rate of fire is such that it overrides their stun delay, and you can just you can stun lock them and kill them if you keep it trained on them. So, yeah, there used to be a back route out of the Worley Winery into the rolling hills on Arcadia, and in fact, that cave that we saw where the Saturnine were was like this weird back route. Like it actually kind of connected in the level, and then we split the levels, and we were like, yeah, that connection is vestigial. But I put this teleporter in. And that's actually like a back route that takes you a long way across the level, but it does kind of line up to where you would have come out. So yeah, let's not do that though, because it'll just skip past a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't know. So we're coming out of the winery now. We've got the blue key, and now we're seeing these guys. Yeah, I'm a little sad that you can run past these guys so easily, but so it goes. Yep. They are called mancubi, by the way. So
mancubi?
Yeah, that is some 1995 vintage. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. No. I shouldn't have gone with the plural first.
Oh, you said they. So
yeah.
Accurate.
Okay. So. Oh my, oh yeah, what's happening here? So this is, at this point, like, at the point that you're backtracking, you've seen all of the level, and I really just wanted to, like, try to make this a better Doom level experience. And so I lock off some doors and stuff and spawn a cyber demon in this courtyard that you really just kind of have to circumvent, which I totally did, because I know what to expect. But usually you just run into this guy and you're like, holy crap, there's a cyber demon in the courtyard. How do I deal with that? Yeah, but this is a that's a vending machine in the BioShock thing.
Nice.
Just okay, so yeah, I think we can head out of here. Oh yeah, and a whole bunch of doors opened up that let monsters out, so as to just in general give the level, like, because Gzdoom obviously does not have a repopulation system, but I wanted it to feel like the level was continually, like there were new threats coming up to, like these guys, flying enemies to parallel the security bot that Andrew Ryan sends after you when he's monologuing on your way back. Yeah. I'm actually running a little low on ammo in a lot of cases, so I guess I budgeted this correctly. That was a backpack, and I guess there was a weapon upgrade station before. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, let's head back to Arcadia, to Langford's lab specifically. And, oh yeah, this is like a little out-of-the-way room that we didn't go into in the real level, but it's one of the many places where I'll do like a Houdini splicer fake-out kind of thing, where he'll show up and you'll see like the footsteps in water and like teleport sound and laughing, and then you don't know where he is, but then when you're heading out, he shows back up and you have a Houdini fight and stuff. That was really just to make the fights that you had with those guys to get the chlorophyll more interesting. So I skipped over a lot in the BioShock version. So yeah, alright, we've got all of our stuff, and now we're going to hit the Lazarus Vector machine and restore this forest, quote-unquote. And yeah, the little repop guy that was roving through Langford's body is here. To do a little cache of ammo, just to help the player with what they're about to encounter. So we hit this. This door is open, but okay, that's bad. And now we come back through here, and now I'm going to start dumping monsters into this location. So yeah, but because it's Doom, you can make pretty extensive use of monster infighting, which is cool. Okay, I'm not gonna die, am I? Crap. Don't.
I remember last time you were playing this part.
I totally was. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these are the little areas where they're coming out of. Oh god, there's an archvile. Okay, so that's bad. Do I need the rockets, or will the rockets just kill me? Oh god, there's invisible dudes, so... Alright, yeah, I could be having some real problems here. Oh god. Ugh. Yeah, yep. If you download this WAD and play it in PR Boom or a vanilla compatible Doom port, I record 2 demos that just play. You know how Doom, when you would load up Doom, you would just see like a playthrough of like John Romero playing through E1M4 or something. So yeah, I did the same kind of thing for that here. Oh, I died.
Oh no, you died.
I died, but this port has a resurrect type thing that I think I can use to... Oh god, I'm still totally screwed though.
Careful health though.
Yeah. So one of the demos is just me like playing through the slow atmospheric part at the beginning, and then the second part is a speed run. So if you want to see me speed running this level and actually doing kind of a decent job with it, load up this level in a Doom port that supports demo playback. So yeah, it's just the whole place is just overrun with monsters, and I even like budgeted the ammo a little lightly, just so that yeah, it felt like you were actually escaping from an untenably large mass of monsters here. So yeah, and now you're out of Arcadia. Oh, you're getting hit by dudes. Yeah. So yeah, this is like the area. Oh. Okay, yeah.
Oh hey!
I forgot that he can open doors. So yeah, there's one more really cute thing here, which is dude, the archvile is killing me from the window of this of Langford's lab. Because these aren't actually solid windows. So yeah, so this guy's just really just giving me a hell of a time. Alright, I'm going to go through this door here, and yeah, you're going to see a familiar face. And then it goes down.
What? What?
So yeah, I almost hate to have spoiled that for people, but so you know how the end boss of Doom 2 is like a giant hell face?
Yeah.
You know about John Romero's head?
Yeah.
Yeah, inside of the sector that's causing that you never see without cheat codes, in Doom 2 is John Romero's head. That's a John Romero head sitting on a little thing, and he's like just peeking up as if above a fence. And then as soon as you cross in there, it lowers and it goes boo. So yeah, so that's just me wanting to put a Romero head in this level somewhere. And so now we're at the final thing. And yeah, this is the Bathysphere, which is the teleporter to Fort Frolic Demade, which I will probably never make, but yeah. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess it goes to game end after that point. Is it not? Alright,
Sorry.
there we go. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, do we want to go to Cam Big, Game Small?
Let me.
also...
That's not supported.
Added to that.
Oh.
That's the reason I did it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Oh, you should go to gold mode. Control Shift C. Activate. There, that's the mode.
There we go. Alright, good, yeah. Alright, and let me disable Doom here because, no, I don't want the Cacodemon to keep making that noise. Can I quit this? Will that crash it?
Oh, what'll happen? It'll either crash the stream or it'll work. Just give it a shot.
Maybe I won't then. Alright. Okay, so...
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. This was a lot longer than we expected. This was
Oh my god, yeah.
like 4 hours of...
Oh,
Wow,
lordy.
it's 2:45. Well,
Yeah.
there's a day we needed to have. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much for letting me nerd out so viciously about stuff that I worked on.
Vicious Nerd Out with
And-
JP LeBreton.
And should be totally, yeah. That's awesome.
What? How does computer work?
Yeah. So that was JP LeBreton, level designer on BioShock 1 and lead level designer on BioShock 2, and creator of the BioShock Arcadia Doom 2 Demake.
Yes. Thanks for
Yeah.
being on here.
A good man, and now works
Thank you so much.
Double Fine, and is a cool dude.
Word.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Wait for it.